My name is Emily Thomas. I'm the other Emily in the room. And I am a founding director of a firm that focuses on social, economic and democratic change. And what I was going to talk about was just how my journey into discovering design. Sorry, I'll take it off at the end, I promise. And the mental shift that's kind of required within government and the public sector to get us to that place. From my perspective, the kind of key thing and the reason I went into government was to actually change things for the better. There was a social motivation and there was a public sector ethos. And it is a public sector ethos for any of you guys that have worked there. You recognize it. You can see those values kind of coming out. But what I found completely hampered when you walk into the DTI or at the Treasury was the ability to do that. How do you get those different perspectives? How do you walk into it? And I've been told I can use the flip chart, so then the rules. But every time we kind of looked at things, we were constantly coming back to this project management, cost, scope, and time. And everything that's in there, everything you hear the public sector talk about, particularly when it's looking for efficiency, lean, it's all within that cost, scope, and time. So how do I kind of challenged myself, and the officials at the Treasury were challenging me at the time to say, if we're to do zero-based budgeting, how do you stretch the thinking? Where is the new starting point? So the new starting point that we kind of came up with was sustainability, usability, and desirability. And I thought to myself, great, that's a great starting point. So if you have the public services that are both sustainable, both technology, both economically, demographically, yes, you should be looking in terms of your programs. Usable, absolutely. We always get that wrong in the public sector constantly. And desirable. And this is the key point and the one that people find most difficult to understand when they're working with the public sector, because it comes to that concordat between the citizen and the state. What does the taxpayer feel that it's owed by the state and by its services? How should it be treated? What is that relationship? And that goes right to your voting core and structure. I thought, okay, great. So now we know this. How do we solve these? How do we answer these questions? And that's how I started to see design as ways of opening this up, ways of saying, actually, we can help you. How do you look at trends and futures work and actually look at it in a way that contributes to policy making and program making? Well, actually, design has that divergent, convergent process that allows you to embed it. This, and I'm going to put my ex-Treasury hat on, considering yesterday's budget, is even more important. People are going to retreat. They're going to retreat back to this cost, scope, and time. They're going to go to lean. They're going to say, how do I get my 3 to 5%? The reality is, unless they're in the NHS or Sure Start Centre, they're going to be looking for 25% cuts over the next 3 years. That's a quarter of their budget. They're not going to find it here. They're going to find it here. So my challenge to all of you guys today, and the question to all you guys today is, how are we going to use design to actually sort out both our public services and some of the economic trouble that we're in today?